You didn't get into the business to stare at spreadsheets, chase down invoices, or wonder why your phone stopped ringing. You got in to build something, a business, a legacy, a life on your own terms. But nobody told you how hard that actually is. Torsion Talk is for the garage door owner who's out there in the field before sunrise, solving problems nobody trains you for, and building anyway, because that's who you are. This is your industry, your conversation. Let's get into it. I'm Ryan. Welcome to Torsion Talk. Really excited about today. If you are watching on YouTube, I'm exploring some different setups. So we're using a lot of new technology. I'm excited to be using my new Sony FX30 camera. It's actually not super new. I've had it for almost a year now and I love it, but this is the first time I'm streaming with it. And part of the reason I bought it was to make the podcast better. So we're trying. Now I had Pancake over here for those of you guys who know Pancake. One of the things that we're working on is lighting. Obviously, this is not probably ideal lighting for me, but the light came in and I don't have a diffuser, so I'm actually facing the light away from me. Not that you guys care, but just pointing out a few things here. Don't freak out. The podcast is going to continue to get better if you're watching online. And this week, we're going to be going over a lot of marketing stuff that I think you really need to know. And as a matter of fact, I kind of feel like the future going forward for the podcast should be about industry news and marketing and AI and how to grow your company. So I'm going to try to keep a shift and a focus towards that direction. I get mixed feedback when I get all emotional on the podcast and I start talking about leadership and my failures. Some people reach out to me and are really appreciative, and some people say that it's the worst episodes. And that's perfectly fine. I really appreciate the feedback. It means a lot. I really want to create content that I think you guys would be interested in. So on that, before we get started on to the marketing stuff, I did do the sales training this week that I've been promoting online. We had about 12 or 15 people in there, which is a really good showing. I'm super excited because we haven't done it in a long time. And I've already gotten a couple testimonials. It was Tuesday and Wednesday. So these guys have only been in the field for 2 days. And I started getting text messages. Oh my God, it works. These guys are telling me that they're hitting numbers they never hit before, closing deals they never closed before. It's magical. It's not magic. It's actually a system, and you're just following the system. I'm going to be doing more sales training only because I'm buying a motorcycle. And my wife is frustrated. She still wants to do things around the house, and I'm 47 going through a midlife crisis, and I need a bike. So if you can help me choose between two bikes, please hit me up and let me know. Should I go with the Indian Chief Dark Horse, which is a bad bike, or the one that I've owned twice and also wrecked, the CBR 1000 RR? It's going to be one of those two bikes. Hit me up and let me know which one you think I should go with. Part of me feels like I'm too old for the CBR, but I'm getting a bike so I can feel young again. Plus 0 to 60 in 2 something seconds. It's pretty magical. All right. Now we're going to hit these topics real quick. Google AI data now in Search Console. Listen, this is great. It's limited, but you can get AI data in Google Search Console now. So this is 100% real. Just dropped a few days ago. Google's rolling out new search generative AI performance reports within Search Console. If you don't have it yet, it's coming. Not everybody has it. I've noticed that. So if you go check it, you don't have it, don't be mad at me. It's rolling out. It's also testing the ability to block your content from showing up in AI mode and overviews with a toggle with Search Console. I do not recommend that personally. I feel like it's better to embrace the AI than it is to cut it off and not be relevant anymore. But some people don't want it. They're really resisting it. What the report actually shows is a breakdown of impressions by pages, countries, dates, and devices, covering all AI and AI mode and generative AI features in Discover. So that pretty much is going to get you some decent data. It's going to help us piece together some things, especially from a marketing perspective. The reporting does not include click data, which is the frustrating part. Google won't be telling us how many search clicks from AI responses to your website. But in some cases, they may be presenting a phone number or a way to contact you. So if you have, I don't know, it's going to be pulling from your website. So good luck. I mean, listen, attribution tracking is just going to get more and more complicated, in my opinion. So you can see if you're being cited, but not if it's driving traffic. Yeah, really trouble. The opt-out thing, I just don't recommend it. So don't do it. I'm going to bypass that segment. Google will call your business for homeowners. Now, we've talked about this in the past, but it's growing and it's hitting home service businesses. Listen, this is really important. If you are a home service business owner, answering your phone and getting pricing to people over the phone are critical. And I don't think you can wait any longer. At Google I/O on May 19th, Google confirmed this directly in their blog. For select categories like home repair, beauty, and pet care, you can ask Google to call businesses on your behalf. These capabilities will roll out to everyone in the US this summer. It's summer. What the call will sound like. This is something I think you're going to love. Hi, I'm calling on the behalf of a homeowner in zip code blah. They need a 50-gallon water heater installed by Friday. Can you confirm your availability, your installed price, including permit, your warranty terms, and whether you handle the haul away? The phone call between the user and the business and your business may never happen. So like the homeowner and your business. Google is the middleman now. So not much selling, just cutting straight to the facts, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. How to win with this AI call? I've got some recommendations here. Number one, very first thing you got to do is answer the call immediately, which means if you don't have enough people on the phone, you got to get them. And you may want to consider AI for after hours or when you are like too busy. Okay. Google tracks whether you answer the phone, how fast, and whether the call lasts long enough to indicate real conversation. Being slow to answer means lower placement in every future search. Did you just hear what I said? This is kind of like LSA. Answer every call immediately. Google tracks whether you answer the phone, how fast, and whether the call lasts long enough to indicate a real conversation. Being slow to answer means lower placement in every future search. That was reported by Surefire Local. That would be crazy. Crazy, crazy. This also could be implication to if you have like 24/7 as your hours on Google Business Profile. If it calls at 1 o'clock in the morning, you got to answer the phone. It could hurt you if you don't. So be making plans for this. Also keep in mind that if you change your hours to like 9 to 6 or 8 to 6 or 8 to 5, whatever, they are dropping in a lot of cases your ranking after hours when you're not available because they don't want to show closed businesses above open businesses. Have pricing language ready for your CSRs. If your CSR stumbles when asked in the ballpark spring replacement, that means that it could cost you, maybe, sort of. I don't know. I mean, if they're going to be doing off a ranking factor, you really just want to be ready. Just have your information ready. And this means like your CSRs might now be becoming the most important person in your company as if they weren't already. I mean, like this is a big deal. Your GBP services list needs to be crystal clear. So like all the services that you offer and descriptions, service descriptions, price signals, these are all things that we're making sure that we're getting up to date. And pricing. I've been screaming about pricing for so long. You guys need to add pricing to a lot of stuff. Train your front desk. So when calls start to come in, I'm calling about have a homeowner through Google. Treat it like a VIP lead, not a telemarketer. They've already qualified the customer for you. All right. So Google also just finished rolling out, like within the last few days, the May 2026 core update. Relatively good news for home service companies, though. Local service businesses are not seeing a huge impact. So the volatility for us isn't as bad. What did get hit really hard was e-commerce and affiliate sites, local signals, Google business profile, real customer reviews, geo-specific content are showing relatively stable. So that's good. We've had our fair share of volatility, which is not great. 2 core updates in 5 months means Google is moving fast. If your ranking drop, don't make panic changes. This is normal. Like, Google can make a change, you can drop really hard, and you really want to wait. Unless there's some pretty significant things that are an issue, you can jump on those quickly. But it's always good to be a little bit patient. I know it's super hard, but being patient after a drop on a big update is critical, because I've seen things bounce back really quick. I've even seen Google roll back an update. And if you just went in and made a bunch of freaking huge changes on your website, it's going to be a big problem. All right, so focus on your Google business profile, your reviews, and your service pages. That's the foundation that holds all through all these updates. All right, ChatGPT ads are rolling out to everyone now. As a matter of fact, my agency just got approved. We are setting up, doing some testing. We're really excited about this. One of the things that they have just updated within the last few days is, I believe, local ads, because previously you just had to run ads and it was everywhere based on search, not location based. So that's really exciting. I think one thing that I think is really interesting is this is a reversal for Sam Altman, who had described advertising in ChatGPT as a last resort in 2024. If it's last resort, I got to believe they're running out of money. I think a lot of people are not using ChatGPT like they used to. I know I almost never use ChatGPT anymore. I use Grok, I use Gemini, I use Perplexity, I use Claude. Those are my main, and I very ever reach out or use ChatGPT.
Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that Surewinder is still selling amazing products. Some of you guys have been dragging your feet for whatever reason. If your shoulder hurts, do not waste time. Pull the trigger. I just bought 4 or 5 of them, and we had 2 guys out. You know how much it cost me to pay for 2 guys being out with bad shoulders? We just pulled the trigger and we said, listen, everybody's going to have one on a truck. It's mandatory. You got to use it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till your guys go down. It's going to cost you more. Buy a Surewinder.
Hey guys, I found something that changed my business and I want to share it with you. We've created packages that have included some of the best products in our industry to offer our service customers. The heart of that package is Stealth Hardware Kit. Stealth Hardware is the quietest hinges on the market. I challenge you to buy at least one of these, test it for yourself. Put it on your truck and design a quiet performance package for your customers willing to pay for a better, smoother running door. Buy your Stealth Hardware Kit at Service Spring, do a search for quiet hinge, and then buy that. You can buy a double or single door, 7 or 8 foot tall, and promise you, it'll change your service forever.
Somer USA and Somer Group want to thank you for an incredible year and the trust you put in them and their products. As you know, Somer places high value on relationships, education, customer service, innovation, and professionalism. And they are grateful to you for your part in the fostering and dissemination of these values. If there is any way Somer can support you in your journey, whether through their products, the values they hold to, or the knowledge Somer has gained through interaction with door dealers across the world, please reach out to the team at your convenience. They are here to serve you. Again, thank you from the entire Somer team. Check them out at somerusa.com. Tell them Ryan sent you.
But the ad thing is interesting. And so now we're on it way more than we used to. So I think others are going to follow if this is successful, and I'm super excited about it. So what do these ads might look like, or what do they look like? Because we're already seeing some of these in here. Contextual, clearly labeled, sponsored, placed at the bottom of a chat response. They are contextual, meaning if someone asks ChatGPT how to fix a squeaky garage door, a garage door company ad could appear. No user data is sold to advertisers. So you're not going to get any contact information or name or anything like that. OpenAI also just announced conversation optimized campaigns began rolling out June 5th, shifting the platform from awareness click objectives to actual conversion tracking. A structural shift for the ad platform. This is big, big, big news. Like everyone wants to be able to pay for a conversion, and that's what they are trying to push for in this new update. As home service businesses, this is early innings. You're not going to pull all your budget from Google Ads right now, 100%. I'm going to tell you that. That's going to kill you if you're crushing it in Google Ads. But if you're not crushing it in Google Ads, maybe it's a good play. I'm not sure. However, what I will tell you is that if you're not getting in this space, I think in the next 6 to 12 months, you're going to get behind. This also has me wondering how these scam companies are going to be using ChatGPT ads because there's no regulation. And I don't really see ChatGPT ever really getting into the verification process like Google guaranteed. I could really see these guys abusing it if they're not already. They're pretty quick on stuff like this, so it'll be interesting to see. Google published a how to hire a marketing agency guide. And let me tell you guys, in my marketing communities, people are freaking out. And some of this stuff is a little bit old school, but I agree with just about everything they said. And I don't have a problem with it. So if you're interested, you can go check out the Google how to hire a marketing agency guide. It's actually pretty legit. I think you're hardcore like SEO people who don't follow the rules and, do some shady stuff. They may not like it, but for the most part, I think everybody else is pretty cool with it. Let's see here. What else do I got for you guys? Here we go. AI is reducing phone calls and clicks to businesses. Small businesses are getting hurt. Now, what I wanted to touch on this is AI overviews in Google now appear over 48% of Google queries. And top rank organic clicks have dropped 18% as a result. 18%. And I'm seeing this higher in some markets and lower in some markets, but clicks are dropping in organic. However, I think they are shifting over to the AI overview. So you may not be seeing a huge drop in leads because if you are also number one in Google Organic and you're showing up as the only or top suggestion in ChatGPT or AI overview, this could be offsetting right now. For the smaller companies who don't have much of a reputation, I think this could be early signs of a difficult time ahead. For home service businesses, someone searches how much does a garage door spring replacement cost, may get their answer directly from an AI overview and never click through any website. The new Google Search Console reports don't include click data, which we addressed earlier. So right now, agencies can't even measure how much AI is eating their client traffic. We're flying blind, 100%. Kind of sucks a little bit, but we're used to it. I remember when organic keywords were part of GA, Google Analytics, they took those away from us. Agencies that know what they're doing are pivoting to impressions and AI as a visibility metrics, not just clicks and rankings. So let's see here. The risk is real for small companies. If the entire lead flow depends on organic search, you're not showing up in AI overviews, your visibility is eroding quickly. I also mentioned about a year ago, please do not just put all your eggs into one basket and do SEO. If you don't have the budget for other things, reconsider. I saw the volatility. I saw the shift. I knew what was coming. It's here, guys. You cannot just do SEO and expect that to work all for your business. SEO alone is not going to get it. SEO is extremely important. And if SEO is done properly with a few extra things, you're in AI. So it is important. The counter move, make your GBP the most attractive or most active, complete, and reviewed profile in your market. That's what feeds both the map pack and AI citations. So really important. Google Business Profile. This is brand new. Literally just came out the other day. I'm giving you guys like information that we hear like within days. I'm giving it to you. Okay. So Google Business Profile data now native in Google Analytics. What does it even mean? So historically, if you wanted to get Google Business Profile data, you had to go into your Google Business Profile and check performance. It's good information. There's some great info there, but now you're able to actually connect it with your Google Business Profile, connect your Google Business Profile with your Google Analytics. Google just released documentation for a native built-in integration between Google Business Profile and Google Analytics. Man, I can't talk today. No third-party tools required. This is brand spanking new, like days old. What it shows you, once a profile is linked, a Google Business Profile section appears in your reports. It includes 7 metrics: interactions, website clicks, calls, directions, messages, bookings, and menus. Really no different than what you're getting in the performance report right now. So why is this even a big deal? Analytics could only see Google Business traffic previously through UTM tags, which was like a little tag you just stick at the end of the link, and it would give you like link data, which most likely caught website clicks, calls, directions, booking happened on profile itself. You couldn't get any of the data that was happening on the profile, basically. A native link now brings those local actions into analytics alongside your website data. So for the very first time, you can see someone's full journey. They found you on maps, requested directions, called you, and visited your website all in one place. So if you want to set it up, you just go to the admin in Google Analytics under product links, click Google Business Profile links, click link, and follow the on-screen prompts to select the Google Business Profile you manage. It's really straightforward and should be very easy. Now, there is a catch. As you can imagine, with Google, there's always a catch. Now, it's early. They just rolled this out. So there's probably a fix coming for this because there is quite a bit of buzz on this particular issue right here. But if you link more than one profile, Google Analytics combines the metrics across all of them. You can't segment or filter by individual locations. The metrics also can't be used in explorations, comparisons, or filters. So for someone running like 3 locations like myself, I'll get a combined number, not a per location breakdown, which is a little bit frustrating. So there's real limitations for granular per location data. The GBP dashboard and performance API still win. Analytics only keeps business profile for 6 months. So remember that. That's something that they rolled out a few years ago. And the bottom line is, this is the kind of thing most home businesses don't know exists. And I'm trying to give you the most up-to-date information. These are the types of things that we stay on top of, and we're constantly trying to improve. But with so much going on in the agency, like all the agencies charging $1,000, $1,500, and even some cases $2,000 are going to run out of time unless they use AI to automate a bunch of stuff. But I'm going to tell you, like, it's so difficult. We have to stay on top of all these changes. Most of this stuff has all happened within the last few days. And could you imagine this happening every single week where you have just a massive amount of updates and things that you really should be doing? But if a website's not ranking the way you want it to for particular services, you're not going to focus on a lot of this stuff. You're going to focus on that. So I'm going to try to do this podcast to educate all of the business owners that follow us and help you guys understand and find ways to grow your company and keep you up to date with all the latest updates that are happening and how to overcome them, how to fix them. And if you're interested in marketing services, obviously, Markenuity would love to have your business. We understand the garage door industry, and we probably are more up to date with anything about Google and marketing than anybody else. Also, I'll be rolling out a training soon that's going to be sales training for service people in the garage door industry. Specifically, it's a 2-day training here in Atlanta. And as mentioned before, we're getting lots of good reviews and feedback from people out in the field. So if you're interested in doing that, keep an eye out because I'll be announcing the dates of the next one here in the next few weeks. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Let me know what you think about the new setup. I'm going to go like super high def next time and probably get this lighting fixed. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be blessed.